99% of people are sleeping on this manifestation method. Don't let that be you too, because this is by far the most effective manifestation technique that I've come across. I didn't invent it. This is something that Neville Goddard shared with his students almost 100 years ago. It created absolutely miraculous results for him and for his students, and it has continued to create miraculous results for thousands of people who watch my videos. The comments are the proof. Now, I'm using a little bit of a pun there. I'm saying don't sleep on this manifestation method, when the ironic thing is, that this is actually a manifestation sleep method. So most people are oblivious. Most people don't know about this. Most people go their whole lives never finding this out, whereas you have access to this information right now. The key is this: as you fall asleep tonight, instead of doing what most people do, where they lie in bed and they think about what they haven't got, they're frustrated about the day that they've just had, or they're just focused on life as it is right now, what you're going to do differently is so easy, so subtle, but makes a complete difference to your subconscious and what you will manifest in the next waking day. You're going to lie in bed and drift off to sleep, feeling as though you are the version of you who has what it is you want now. You're not going to fall asleep as this version of you who's wishing for it. You're going to fall asleep as that version of you who already has it. Subtle, but massive difference. Okay? Really think about that right now. Don't just have this playing on in the background and go, yeah. Feel about it right now. What is it that you want? What is that thing that you would love to finally experience in your life? Up until now, you have been living feeling like you're the person who wants it but doesn't have it. Tonight, as you lay your head on the pillow, I want you to not feel like that. I want you to embody, activate a new version of you. The version of you who already has it now. The version of you where what you currently want is normal. It's yours. It's done. What would be the difference in how you lay your head on the pillow? How much deeper and easier would you breathe as you drift off to sleep? Would there even be some little butterflies in your stomach or a small smile across your face as you drift off into a blissful sleep because it's done? All is well. Perhaps you feel more powerful and confident in yourself as you go to sleep. Perhaps you feel like you can rest more easily. There is no need to stress because it is done. This is what Neville Goddard practiced at some of the most challenging times in his life, like literally when he was in a military training camp preparing to go out to war, and he didn't want to fight in the war. He wanted to be at home with his wife and his baby girl, and he imagined while he was in that bunk bed in the camp that actually he was asleep in his house, in his home with his wife and his baby girl. He sensed that actually he was in his bedroom at home. He sensed that actually his wife was lying next to him. He sensed that actually their baby girl was sleeping peacefully nearby. And he did that for 9 nights. And then they called him into the office and handed him a release form, and he was free to go home instead of fighting in the war. Like, what? That stuff doesn't normally happen. If you were to try and figure out with your conscious mind, how can I get out of fighting in this war? It would have felt impossible. But he used the power of his subconscious mind. This is why this works so well for anyone who's wondering what the big deal is. The reason, the neuroscience behind this is that every night as you drift off to sleep and you shift from waking to sleeping, your brain changes frequency. It goes from being totally conscious and awake to fully asleep. And as it does that, it shifts through various frequencies, including the theta frequency. And when your brain is in the theta state, it is very similar to being in a state of hypnosis. So therefore, whatever you're focused on, or importantly, whatever you are feeling, however you are feeling as you are going through the theta state, will be absorbed by your subconscious. Your subconscious mind is much more open and impressionable when it's in the theta state. So instead of having to go to a hypnotist or, hypnotize yourself in some kind of fancy, difficult way, all you need to do is ensure that as you drift off to sleep tonight, that you fall asleep feeling as though what you want is already done and that you are that person who has it now. This will go into your subconscious. Your subconscious will process this all night long while you sleep, which is more efficient, more powerful than you could do in a 12-hour working day, by the way. And I'm not saying don't work. I'm not saying don't lift a finger, but what I am saying is if you utilize this manifestation method and you leverage the power of your subconscious mind, the results that that you get in your waking day will be actually in alignment with what you want. So, final note, it's okay if you're not perfect at this. There are some nights I find this a lot easier than others to do, and that's okay, because consistency is what matters most, intention is what matters most, and it becomes easier with practice. And I have an entire ever-growing playlist of sleep meditations to guide you through this so that you don't have to figure out how to do it on your own. I find that guided sleep meditations make it easier for me to keep remembering to focus and feel like it's already mine, because sometimes I might think about what I want and then my mind goes off on a tangent. So that's what the guided sleep meditations are for. I will link the playlist down below. I love you. Share this with somebody else that you want to share this information with, these secrets with, and see you in the next one.